understand what we did in class on Social Studies 1030. If you follow the directions here, pause when I say pause and continue playing, you should be just fine in understanding what is expected of you on Monday, for Monday. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up a dual screen. We're going to go to Jim Crow Computer Assignment. In our Thursday 1029, Friday 1030 folder that we used yesterday, we're using this again. So you're going to click on the assignment you were working on yesterday, and you're going to open that up in one of your tabs. Now the next tab, I'm going to go back to my Schoology page and back to Thursday, Friday folder. I'm going to open up this separate but never equal PDF. Now I want to do a dual screen, so I'm just going to click and drag this right now so I have a dual screen here. I'm going to move over here so that I have it just a tad bit bigger and I can see it a little bit better. And then I'm going to make this a little bit larger as well so that I can see and I can read it better. Now I'm going to click back and forth between the two. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a couple minutes, you're going to pause this video, and you are going to read through all of these quotes. Okay, they are from a primary document source where an individual Mara Rockcliffe is talking about her experience as growing up African American in the South during Jim Crow. Okay, you should be done with that. Now that you are done with that, we're going to continue and we're going to go down through the activity yesterday. All of this has been done already. That has been done. We are now on day 2, 1030 work. Okay? We are going to look at the different inequalities that show themselves through each of these categories of Jim Crow laws. Okay? Then we're going to look at the amendments and which amendment has been broken. I'm looking for 2 bullet points, not sentences, 2 bullet points for these inequalities, how the inequalities show themselves, and 1 bullet point for 1 amendment that has been broken. Many amendments apply to these. There's many different amendments that apply to these. However, I'm only asking for 1. So education, if we take a look over at these quotes, and actually one of these quotes does apply to education. So we're going to take a look at this second to last one here. The schools attended by white children would be modern and well-maintained, while yours, blacks, would be old and run down. All right, so how is this showing inequalities? If we take a look, we've got white schools were modern and well kept. Black schools were not. Excellent. So this is showing us the first of these 2 differences that I'm looking for. Okay? The quality of the building was just unequal between the 2. The next one's actually we're going to go to take a look at this last quote over here. Unlike the all-black school, the all-white school had an auditorium, a kindergarten, part-time music teacher, a well-equipped playground, and a lunch program. So once again, we're looking at the same division of schools, and we're looking at 2 different schools that are supposedly supposed to be equal. They're not equal because if you look, what the all-white school is offering is actually way different and much more advanced and better education than the all-black school. So we're going to restate this in our own words, and we're going to say the schools offered different quality of education. White schools had better teachers and more classes to choose from. Okay, so now I'm getting that from that idea of having an auditorium, having a lunch program, being able to choose music if they wanted to, versus black schools which did not. Okay, so here are my 2 bullet points. I'm not sure why mine is acting up here. It should be over to the left a little bit, but These are my 2 bullet points for how inequalities are shown within the education category. For my amendments, if you take a look at an amendments cheat sheet, if you can pull yours up immediately, that would be great. But if you can't, just quickly go in here, type in cheat sheet amendments, and we can pick up, let's pick this one. This one looks nice. Nope, that's not it. All right, here we are. So we go through the amendments, and I'm going to keep this on this left side, and I'm going to keep my writing piece on this right side. Now, we've only gone up to 15, so please do not go past 15, okay? So we're going to focus on 1 through 15. We go through each one. You can say, all right, religion, assembly, press, petition, speech. No, it doesn't have to do with that. Bear arms, quartering soldiers, 4 through 8, these are all criminal punishments. Now, education does nothing to do with that. All right, let's keep going. Powers reserved to the people. Is education reserved for the people? Yes, it is. Okay, so let's take a look. 9th Amendment, and let's explain why. The 9th Amendment, because education is still a right of the people, even though it is not stated in the Constitution. Awesome. Now I'm only looking for one, okay? Your teachers are only looking for one amendment that's been broken. However, if you want to do more, this is where you can do more, and we can continue. 10th Amendment, powers reserved to the state. Yes and no. You could if you wanted to. 11, we didn't really talk about that. 12, we didn't really talk about. 13, abolishing slavery. Doesn't really have to deal with that. 11, 12, 13, 14, the citizens have equal protection under the law. This is where our next one's going to come into play. So the 14th Amendment is being broken here as well. And the 14th is because all people should be treated and their rights equally as citizens. And the 14th Amendment says African Americans are no different according to this amendment. According to this amendment, okay? So the 14th Amendment offers African Americans protection of their citizenship, and because of this amendment, that all of those rights that citizens hold should be held by African Americans as well. And these inequalities with education are clearly breaching this 14th and this 9th Amendment, okay? Your job today is to go through the rest of these here, okay? Then you're going to look at the homework assignment. Now I'm going to go back to Schoology to look at the homework assignment. And I'm going to just get out of here, move this over so you can see it a little larger. Back to Thursday, Friday, and we're going to just click on the exit ticket Jim Crow laws. Okay, questions. Looking at this, this is the only question you have. Now, if you want to answer this question on a Word document and then copy and paste it into here, you're welcome to do this as well. In a paragraph or two, please no more, answer the question below using your assignment worksheet used in class. So that same assignment we were working on just a second ago, you're going to use that. Can separate but equal ever really be equal? Why or why not? That was the ultimate question we started yesterday, and we're finishing today. I want you to give an example of laws that we researched on Thursday, so that education law or the misogyny law. Then you're going to give examples of how inequalities are shown through that law, okay? So you're going to use that law and figure out the inequalities shown through that law in your explanation as to why separate but equal could never be equal or is actually equal. If you want to use a quote from Mara Rockcliffe, you're welcome to use a quote. However, when you do that, please use the citation shown here. Either Mara Rockcliffe wrote, quote, da-da-da-da-da, that's the quote you're using, end quote, in her book, Separate But Never Equal. Notice separate but never equal is italicized. Or you can cite it using quote, da-da-da-da-da, that's your quote, end quote, parentheses, Mara Rockcliffe, end parentheses. Okay? If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please send an email to your teacher and they would be happy to